Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Atomic Cast, I guess. But this one's slightly different. We've got the special preview for Atomic Bertacon. Uh, so
So Bertacon.
Atomic Bertacon. So yeah, it's Tom and Bert. Hi, Bert.
Hello.
Um, Bert, this is basically your show, all about your exciting event that you're running coming
It
up.
is it is one of the more self-promoting events that the GBHL has ever seen. With one of the more egomaniacal event names of all time. But I panicked and we're gonna run with it now.
How did you set up on Atomic Bertacon?
Well, it was a cunning amalgamation of Atomic and Bert, and people seem to like events with the name Con in them. But I thought if you wanted to go to a big event with Con in the name, but didn't want to travel to the northern wastelands, this could be a really good event to come and do it.
Okay, we'll we'll go with that. Um, so what is this event? What's happening? What's going on?
So this is a GBHL 100, and it's got the two bits which I really value. And it's cool. I believe the GBH 100 should be a nice, pure, simple, competitive event encompassing the whole game that it is produced. So there are no list building restrictions. Very simple scoring. We've got 7 rounds, so we should end up with a fairly clear and decisive winner. So that's what I like. There's nothing extra or complicated. It's very simple. If you turn up and you win 7 games, you win the tournament 100 GBHL points, which is delightful. However, as we will get into once we delve into the full pack, there's a little twist on it, and with the actual pack. And the big idea with that is for every single person who comes to this event is capable of walking away with a substantial prize, and we'll investigate how that happens. Additionally, what I really wanted with this is the ability for every single participant to relax, enjoy their weekend, and create memories. So to that end, it is properly in a hotel. We are going to be serving every single meal in the hotel. There will be evening entertainment in the hotel. So you are capable of spending the entire weekend in the hotel without leaving, with access to a bar, food, and nice people. And that's a rather nice environment just to hang out, create some memories, play some toy soldiers, meet some cool people, and at its core, that's what I've enjoyed most about the GBHL. So I hope that I can bring that to some other people.
Nice. And where does Atomic come into this all, Bert? Why is my name involved?
Marketing.
Okay.
Lots of marketing. Tom is effectively letting this event go ahead. Tom is very kindly providing terrain. There will be a substantial amount of atomic card branded equipment that will be available to win as prizes. There will be further videos coming through this channel because I don't really have any online identity myself. I've kind of just hijacked Tom entirely. Um, so Tom has a rather wonderful name in the community for running really cool events and having a YouTube channel, whereas I just appear on the channel and have unqualified opinions. So it was very important to have Tom's name involved with this as well, just to lend the event some form of credibility.
Yes, your unqualified opinions and incredible judge rulings and things as a TO are a significant thing to
So
select.
we did the Battle of Newbury last year, which was very much Tom let that event go ahead. He just handed me all the terrain, let it go. He helped me with packs and all the rest of it, and to make it a good event. So that's what got me onto the TO bug. And so going ahead with it this year, obviously it's 100. We're at least doubling the capacity of Battle of Newbury from last year, and this is my first 100. So having somebody who has hosted multiple hundreds in the past as support, bank of knowledge, wisdom, general handsomeness, it's a very, very, very important part of the process. We're also just mates, isn't
Mm, I like Sam.
it? Sam is going to be our co-TO. Sam is delighted that we'll be using Longshanks this year.
Are you making him do all the work again while you're just a pretty face?
So I actually have my anniversary weekend away the week before Bertacon. um, and I
Shameless.
will require my assistant TOs to do quite a bit of work while I'm away, or my wife will kill me. So Sam's gonna be involved. I'm trying to chase up a couple of others to be involved. But yeah, that's the basic idea of the event. So if we wanted to dive into the pack,
Oh yeah. Tell me about these prizes I can win for being 2 and 5.
so let's have a little chat about prizes. Let's see if I can pull up the little prize section. We'll get through the rest of it. Okay. So that'll do. Okay, special prizes. It is very possible to go to a large GBHL 100 and have a lovely time and meet some lovely people, and to finish 47th and collect 53.5 GBHL points. Other than that, it's very, very, very difficult to win prizes. If you're like myself and you enjoy your painting, but you don't think you're going to be in contention for best painted or best army or the John Partridge display board award, it's hard to win things. And I am a big fan of getting people to win things. I also like playing poker, and so having poker chips was fun. And also, this is vaguely inspired by season 1 of Yu-Gi-Oh! The Duelist Kingdom, which involved star chips. So, how this system works: upon registration, you will receive 2 poker chips branded in some capacity. We hope. Anytime you win a game, your opponent will hand over 1 of their poker chips to you. At the end of the event, you will receive one mystery prize for every poker chip that you have. The other part of this is I'm very aware that if you finish with a sort of victory differential of sort of -2 or more, you will finish a 4-game day 1 with no poker chips. So every single person who finishes day 1 without the chip will get an additional mulligan chip for day 2. So every single game for round 5 will have chips at stake. And if you're heading into round 6 and round 7 without any chips, at this point you're probably in contention for one of the multiple spoons down the bottom as well. So there is hope for everybody. And as long as you finish the tournament with 1 chip, you are in with a shot. So end of day 2, you have some number of chips. There will then be a massive crate of envelopes. And if you have 3 chips, you come along to the desk, you hand it 3, and you just choose 3 envelopes, each of which will contain a little bit of paper saying what the prize is. These range enormously. So the smallest prizes that we'll be offering will be dice, because everyone loves dice. We'll get a bit of branding on that. We'll then do some measuring widgets, other little basic bits of gaming equipment like this. We may have a booby prize, which will just be like 1 loom band, which you can just enjoy. Moving on up, we will have some more model focus stuff. So we can have some sort of terrain sets, battle hosts, some warrior boxes, maybe some old sealed metals that Bert has lying around. Potentially some vouchers for atomic cards, this kind of thing. And then we have some higher prizes. As some of you may know, I've recently taken over a restaurant, and I'm rather pleased with how it's going. And I think we've had a couple of GBHL guys come and sample our wares and enjoy it. So we will be offering 3 vouchers for a full 3-course meal for 2, complete with wine at the Boxford's restaurant, which is very, very, very close to Newbury. If you live far away, I'm sure we can work something else out for you, or just hang around for Sunday evening and head straight there. Then we have some big prizes. We've had some cash prizes in the GBHL before, and in the past these have been focused purely on the winners. But I firmly believe that for our top super sweaty nasty gamers, they would like their 100 GBHL points. So we do not necessarily need to guarantee that they will get them. So using this system, anybody would be in with a shot of winning the top 3 cash prizes of £100, £200, and £300 in pure hard cash. So there is a very, very, very real chance that you can finish your day one with no chips. You can hit day 2. You can get your mulligan chip. You can claw a second victory. You can lose round 6. You have 1 chip going into round 7, and you force the tightest draw you've ever played in your life in the game of Breakthrough, and you finish with your 1 chip, and you walk up to the desk, you pick your 1 envelope, in it, little paper that just says £300 cash. Well, I think that's rather beautiful. That's actually open to anybody. Clearly, if you have done well at the event and you finish the tournament with 7 chips, you have more shots at winning prizes. But equally, you could pull 6 dice in the measuring widget. So it's a nice balance. It means that there's everything to play for. It isn't like you go into round 7 and there's no reason to go for that win. There should always be a reason to push for that win. And I hope that this is something that people really, really, really get on board with.
When you first pitched this to me, I thought you'd said that we're just going to have envelopes to carry around, and I was so scared about the concept of having like held for one in my hand, lost my final game, given it to someone to then open and go, I'm winning the money. But I did also kind of like the idea.
It was kind of fun. But I adore this community, but I also know that we can be a curious bunch, and there's no way that we get through a whole weekend. And
they're 100%
actually
getting
restrain themselves.
lost or damaged or something else.
Yeah. So this is it's also quite a nice way of having some souvenirs to take away. So it's just going to have because it gets some poker chips printed. Definitely with Atomic Bertacon printed on them. In an ideal world, I'm going to see whether we can get them printed with my face on one side and Tom's face on the other.
I mean, that must be possible. Sure. I was going to suggest your face, but yeah. What about Sam's? I think he's more important than I am.
They can go around the edge. We'll make it work, and I think that again, that's just it's a nice, simple capacity. But yeah, it's like this sort of Duelist Kingdom thing of just having your star chips, so you can sort of finish day 1. Oh, how many chips you got? All the rest of it, and then knowing that you're going to day 2 with a mulligan chip as well. I would love there to be a way to guarantee that every single person gets some kind of prize. But again, that side takes away from the pushing for victory. So I want there to be opportunity for everybody to get a really good prize, but equally I want people to be rewarded for every win that they get. Every win that they get will actually mean something. So I think people will get on board with this. Should we talk about food?
If it's anything like the food at Newbury, then yes, please.
Let's go for let's go through this. Let's start at the top. We did Newbury last year. It was in Newbury, and it was at this place, the Checkers Hotel. They looked after us really nicely. The hotel ballroom is nice and big. It's actually going to be more of a takeover. So we're going to have the hotel ballroom. We're going to have a large reception area, and we're going to have some of their restaurant. All of this is maximum 11 seconds away from their main bar, which will be open the entire time.
And have you fixed the weather?
I will try very, very hard to make sure that it is glorious sunshine in the first weekend of November.
Good.
Promise. I will do my do my best.
For anyone
So
who wasn't
car
there, it
parking.
absolutely hammered it down. And getting from the car park to the hotel, which was about a 10-second walk, everyone was drenched.
I did look like a bedraggled spaniel by the time I managed to get from my car into the venue. But again, once you're in, there's everything you could possibly need once you're actually in there.
Oh, I'm not leaving it for several days. I'm excited.
Well, there's no need. Absolutely no need. So let's go for what's actually included in it. So the ticket cost is £79 or 2 tickets for 150. I am fully aware that this is a little more than some other hundreds. However, I believe that the value we're providing in venue, food, prizes, handsomeness of TOs, everything is more than you get in other events. So give it a shot. Food. I very much liked the dinner that we had for Newbury last year. For those who weren't there, it was a 2-course waiter served meal at large round tables, and the food was actually gorgeous. I think we had like pate, we had smoked salmon, we had like chicken supreme for the mains. Keep an eye on the event page. I've been given a draft for the kind of food that we're getting. There is a massive selection. And we'll make sure that we pass on as many selections as we can. So that's dinner. So dinner on the Saturday night for Atomic Bertacon will be a full 2-course waiter served meal at large round banquet tables for we're aiming for 80 guests. So it really will feel like a great big banquet. I think Mr. Richard Spencer did ask whether there be a dress code for the event. I feel like forcing a dress code for a Sunday afternoon will be a bit much. However, please do let me know if you would like to have a sort of black tie style dinner on the Saturday night. Because if we could have 80 GBHL members all in like suits and black tie, that would make me enormously happy, and would make it feel like some kind of enormous Rotary dinner, which would be lovely. We're also going to be providing lunch on both days. This is going to be a more buffet style affair. I think trying to coordinate a full sit down meal in the middle of the day. People often want to run to the shops, go to the bathroom, have a catch up with people. Some games go into break a little bit. So great big buffet, middle of the event. We'll have access to the full bar as well. So nice relaxed affair, huge selection of foods, hot food, cold food, the works. And that'll be on Saturday and Sunday. Additionally, we are in chats with the hotel for discounted rates if you want to stay on the Saturday night too, potentially Friday as well. If you want to stay on the Friday night, drop me a message and I'll pass it on, try and get the same discounted rate. And therefore, if you stay at the hotel, you'll have breakfast included as well. So you will literally be able to arrive on Saturday morning, play games, have lunch in the hotel, play more games, have dinner in the hotel, have drinks in the hotel, go to sleep in the hotel, have breakfast in the hotel, more games, lunch, another game, prizes, finally leave. So all the time in the hotel to hang out with people.
And like, so one of the things that obviously, it's a reasonably large number on the old ticket price, but if you girl math it and go, well, you spend like £5-10 on lunch, you're gonna spend, like, we all go out for dinner after an event at the moment, so it's like 15-20 quid at least. So you're saving £40 worth of food costs. Wrap that into your normal £40-50 ticket costs. You're now at the same. The quality of food is going to be better than you'd get if you went for a meal deal or something. And then you can chuck in a cheap hotel room in the hotel with breakfast included. You roll it all in.
You're looking at about like about £130 max. And then for that £130, you will get fed for an entire weekend and have somewhere to sleep. and just be fully fed. The big draw to this, and this is why I like my background in hospitality, is we're not actually paying any money for the venue, which means that all the money from the tickets, a very small amount is going to be going on actually running the event, and huge amounts are just being funneled into prizes and food. I have very little interest in actually making any money from this. I want to make sure that this is a very good value event, and that value is passed onto our guests, and I think that is being achieved at this price. I often finish even sort of cheap tournament weekend and just go, how the hell have I spent that much money on food? And it's because Burger King is more expensive than you think. So this way you get good food, you get hot food. You don't need to panic and drive away and Google Maps your way to it. You need to walk away from your table, and there will just be platters of food everywhere.
I'm excited.
It's going to be cracking.
I do like food, but
I'm also a fan of food. As part of the dinner, I think we'll try and do starters into peace and quiet. But people seems to enjoy a pub style quiz during Newbury last year. So I am very keen to run it's a GBHL 100 rather than 90. It's going to be a classy trivia evening rather than a pub quiz with remarkably similar questions. And the best way of doing this will be to have quizzes done by table. So just make sure that you are surrounded by your most intellectual, knowledgeable, and suave friends. If you have to be a Golems gamer, I'm really sorry. Just do your best.
oh dear, Bert.
This pack, I will put up on the event page probably in a few days after this video goes out, so everyone can just listen to our voice before having a full read. In terms of the actual gameplay, the timetables are fairly simple one. So four games on the Saturday. We're doing an hour and 45 minutes for each round. It's going to be at 555 points. With very, very, very few list restrictions. Please don't bring Tom Bombadil or Goldberry because they're painful. Please don't bring Smaug because he's too many points. It's going to be a very, very simply run through Longshanks. So it's going to be a very simple 3-1-0 scoring system with VP diff as the first tiebreaker. So there isn't any particularly funky stuff going on with the scoring. Turn up, win games. Should be a nice amount of time. I went for 25 minutes between rounds as well. So if the last turn does in fact go on, you should still be plenty of time for finish up, pack up, run to the bathroom. So it's a nice, generous schedule.
Hey Bert, how are you doing the scenarios, my friend?
Scenarios. This one I like. I like a blend. I think some events have done veto. Some events have done purely random. I think we're going to do a slight mixture. There are certain demon scenarios that people like to complain about. Rather than remove them from the event entirely, I have decided that we are going to do veto for certain pools. So I'm well aware that sometimes matchup can just determine a scenario like seize the prize. If you've won your first two games and then round three you come up against a I don't know, an Isengard list with Saruman, Krebane, March, the works, it's suddenly going to be quite difficult to get to the prize before your opponent. And so that scenario kind of sucks. If neither of you have the tools to fly away with the prize on turn two, it can actually be quite a good scenario. So what we have decided on is that for the pools which contain Seize the Prize, the pools that pool that contains Contest of Champions, and the Maelstrom pool.
So 1, 3, and 4.
These will 1, 3, and 4. These will be rounds 1, 3, and 5. These pools will be subject to the veto system. So players will roll off, and then the player who rolls lowest will veto first. So if you really, really, really don't like heirlooms, then you know going into this event that if you decide, don't care who I'm going to face, I'm not going to play heirlooms. Congratulations, you don't need to play heirlooms. But also, it means that you it doesn't shut that door for people who maybe don't mind it. So it's that nice balance. The other pools around pools 2, 5, and 6, which is the objective, movement, and unique, I believe. Those will just be randomly drawn. Finally, for round 7, will be veto, but it'll be 3 complete random scenarios. These won't even be generated by pool. So we could randomly draw all 3 scenarios in the kill pool. But I think no matter what, there should be a balance. There should be a balanced scenario for round 7. And this just means that the final round, you can't really get completely stuffed up by matchup. There's a good chance that we'll end up having the tournament decided by the result of round 7. And I'd much rather have that scenario be somewhat balanced. What do you think of this, Tom?
Yes. you said a lot of words there, but I like the way you talk, Magic Man. Yes, it's gonna really mildly upset me that games 1, 2, and 3 on day 1 are veto, and then game 4 on day 1 is not veto. And then on the Sunday, it's 1 and 2 are not veto, and then the game 3 is veto. That's going to really irk me. But I understand your logic.
So you essentially alternate. You alternate between veto and not veto.
Because they're not in that order. Yes, so it's
no.
Yeah.
So yeah. So actually, on both days you play 2 rounds of veto, and then Saturday you play two. You are informed, and then on the Sunday you play 1 round where you are informed what round you're playing.
So I think get forgotten very quickly.
No. It's all going to be very, very, very easy. Because I'm going to have a microphone for the weekend, or I'm going to shout very, very, very loudly.
Now we're in trouble.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who's giving Bert
and then
microphone?
Yes. As far as timing goes, I'm aware that in certain events we can have like dice down bits, or there can be a little bit of contention as to whether or not you start a new turn, and that can change the game. We're going to have having substantial breaks between games. This is going to be very, very, very simple. It's going to be very, very, very clear when the round is over. If you finish a turn and there are 3 seconds left on the clock, you roll priority. If you finish your game, if the clock is on 0 or past it, and you finish the turn, simple as that. So there shouldn't be any sort of 58 seconds left on the clock to replay another turn. So this just keeps everything nice and clear, so we don't have anybody getting upset. Should be lovely. Yeah, army selection. So no Red Alliances, minimum 4 models, and no Tom Bombadil Goldberry. Other than that, Legendary Legions, Yellow Alliances, do whatever you want. Absolutely fine. We'll run everything through Longshanks. Please don't use Battle Scribe. Chris Ryder.
He's going to use Battle Scribe. He's going to make a better case than last time.
If we can turn up in an entire suit made up, if you can turn up, Chris Ryder, if you actually turn up in a suit made out of printed Battle Scribe lists, I will buy you 5 pints across the weekend. That isn't contingent on this video getting likes. This is just if you do that, I will buy you pints across the whole weekend because I would appreciate it so much, as long as your actual list is not submitted in that format.
But are you gonna have just a handful of poker chips in your pocket to give to people who do really cool stuff throughout the weekend as well?
Well, I hadn't thought about it, but it doesn't feel like a terrible idea.
Just,
Um,
I need something from my car. Here, have a poker chip. Go. Um,
that's not cool stuff. That's just me bribing people.
or
I
rather,
think
oh, you successfully killed a Balrog with a hobbit. Here, have a poker chip.
we can definitely look into just having a few bonus envelopes around, and then we could do things like winning quiz team or whatever. We'll see. We will see how things get along. Other nice thing about Newbury on a sort of more macro level, Newbury is one of the most convenient towns to get to in the country. I'm just gonna go out there and make that claim. You have the A34 that goes that way, and the M4 that goes across that way, and where they cross, that is Newbury. So if you're coming from London, if you get a train to Reading, it's like the third stop. So it's less than an hour away from Paddington, similar distance from Bristol. So if you're coming from further north, changing trains in London's very easy. Coming to Oxford via it's all very, very, very easy to get to. There is parking on sites. There is parking adjacent to it as well. If you do get the train in, it's about a 5-minute walk. So it's very, very, very easy to get to. If you have any issues with getting there, just let me know. But it is not the middle of nowhere. And on the Saturday night, post dinner and quiz, I am very keen to run things. If you would like a certain thing to happen on the Saturday night, do let me know. I'm very happy to run a poker game or two. I've had a request for karaoke, which would be kind of wild. The hotel is also in the middle of town. And Newbury on Saturday night is clearly party central. You may go to Canal Bar and hang out with the finest human beings that Newbury has to offer. You can hang out at the hotel. It's completely up to you. But it's a very convenient location. So this just works quite
I'll
nicely.
bring a pile of board games down or something. You just chuck them in the corner.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, so again, we have the way it's set up. The main room, because we'll rearrange things to do the dinner. There will be space to have poker tables around, maybe a karaoke set up, and then over into restaurant reception areas, easily space for other board games, card games, general hangout. It's very much our space. I phrase this to the hotel as a complete weekend takeover. And they loved having everyone there last year. So please make yourself at home. If there's anything that we can do to make your weekend good, let us. That'd be lovely.
But
Tom, how
how much did you say the event was at the start?
Sorry?
How much did you say the event was?
£79.
All right, go down to your summary.
Is it not £79?
How much does that say the event costs?
That says £90. There you go. Live.
We're doing it live.
Live discount to £79.
Good to know that you previously thought it was going to be £90, though, and you've already cut costs for us. What a guy!
Yeah, I have. Again, that was the ability to just get my money, but I feel like 79 keeps us vaguely in line. I cannot guarantee further live action cost reductions.
I'm trying.
I think for the time being, we'll stick with £79. Tom, have I forgotten anything that would be good information to pass on to our illustrious viewers?
I don't think so. I think all of the questions that people have asked me when they've been briefly talking about it, I think we've covered. I am excited to see the carnage at the end of round 7 when you all have to go and collect the things and distribute everything. That's going to be fun to watch from afar and not be involved.
It's something different. It's something. It's a prize structure that hasn't been done in the GBHL before. I am sure we will work. I'm sure we'll find one or two things and we go, oh, we could do that differently next year. But on a basic level, we're going to be giving prizes out to people. They should be happy.
Prizes to people and all the way down throughout the standings, which is very exciting.
Yes, well done. In terms of other prizes, because we do like prizes, so we're doing our first, second, third place. Fantastic. The wooden spoon for the player who's dice to higher sixth place. I tried to buy a wooden spoon last year. I ended up buying 3 wooden spoons of varying size. I did. And I found a lovely woman in Newbury who was able to do wood burning to engrave them. So this is something that we'll do for Bertacon as well. We will do a reverse podium. So the person who actually comes last will get the biggest spoon, but if you come third from last, you will still get a inconveniently sized spoon that you could maybe eat soup with.
What I like about the fact that they're wood burned instead of painted is that you can actually eat with them.
Yeah,
actual
absolutely.
Spoons.
The last one's like a genuinely good sized ladle. It was kind of vast. We will do best army. We will do most sporting. We can talk about most sporting quickly. For the Battle of Newbury, I arranged for there to be a life-size cardboard cutout of one of the GBHL's smiliest and most sporting people, Mr. Curtis Hodgson. And this was won by the also very, very, very lovely and very smiley Mr. Joe Gonzalez. And as a little tradition, I think we can set up, the previous winner of a Bert-involved event cardboard cutout will become the following event cardboard cutout. So if you would like to win a life-size cardboard cutout of Joe Gonzalez to take home with you, be sporting, be lovely, don't be a dick, and you will walk away with a wonderful life-size cardboard cutout. For those of you who don't know, Mr. Sam Fitch is some Nobel laureate-winning chemist, so therefore the best alliance. Sam will award the list with the best chemistry for alliance list. There'll be a suitable prize for that. I'm also a fan of dressing up for the occasion, so whoever can win best dressed, there'll be an additional prize for this. I would dearly love it just to be unable to reward it because every single person turned up in black tie. That would be astronomically cool. So do make an effort. It's just wonderful. And I think we just sort of kept this one in. The event's not called Battle of Newbury anymore, but it was kind of fun handing out a cheese. Tom, do you remember what the list was that won cheesiest list?
It was just some Lake Town boys with Glorfindale, Círdan, and a sprinkling of Elven Spears, a couple of Rivendell Knights.
Yeah. Do you remember who won it?
Yes, my father.
Tom was the runaway victor of cheesiest list, and he did in fact walk away with an entire wheel of cheese. So I would be looking to. I would be looking. You heard it here. I would be looking to get an even bigger wheel of cheese. Cheesiest list, 100% an award that we will be doing at Bertacon as well.
Nice.
I think that'll do it. I think that's got a lot of information. I think people can watch this and go, "Oh, I know what Bertacon's about." Keep an eye on the event page for other event packs, posts, things about food. Maybe the occasional nonsensical hype video.
Bert has assured me that he's going to be lurking in the comments on YouTube So if you want to ask any further questions, feel free to hammer them down there. And Bert will get there. There's also the event page on Facebook. You can go to.
That'd be delightful. I think on a serious note, I think this event has something to offer for everybody. It's a GBHL 100, so there's plenty of point, and it's a big 100 as well. I think we're definitely going to put 80 tickets will be out on sale. Keep an eye when, and then I'm going to see whether we can up that up to 100. So there's a swathe of GBHL points on offer at the top end. Clearly, prices wise, it's things available the whole way through. But I think crucially, my personal favorite tournament memories are just the events where I've got to hang out with people and make friends. My first GBT 100 was event was a 2-day Lord of the Imps up in Lincoln, hosted by Edmund's Harry Parkhill, and we finished round one and we just hung out, had a beer. Is where I met Mr. Sam Palmer. And it was just a really lovely hangout to meet some new people. And I think this atmosphere will be very conducive to more of that happening. And I think it's very unlikely that you can spend a weekend here without making a friend or two. And ultimately, that's all that matters.
Aww.
And beating people to win poker chips.
And winning.
And winning. Winning also matters.
Winning is everything.
Yeah. So any questions, or if you've never been to a GBH 100 before, I think this is one where you will have a truly lovely time. It's the right venue. If you've done the right atmosphere, you'll have a lovely time. Do come along.
All right. Well, thanks for hanging with us, and yeah, we'll see you in the comments. Things are all. We'll see you in November in Newbury. Love you. Bye.
All right.